Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back into another video. Well, yesterday we had another teaser, which I've already pretty much covered all of it, and it is almost the same teaser, but they added extra characters in here, which don't really explain much more because we sort of already knew these characters were like this from the Azan's trailer. But they added now, I believe it was Zen and Leon, which were not there. It was only Ying and Vatu, and Lilith and Fernando, which, by the way, that is not a Ying skin, that is Lilith. Like I said, she kind of has a little bit of a deal with Leon, so it's more than not natural for the character to be on the resistance side, the magistrate side. Khan, obviously, I mean, we're very much likely going to see like Ray over here or something. And then on the resistance side, obviously these two were already there. We have here Zen, who is apparently in a fight with Leon, and then we have Buck also, which, if you didn't know, yes, he is part of the resistance. In fact, that's the reason why we see him on this Genos trailer all the way in the Ascension's Peak. Now, what the picture says is, under House's Ico leadership, the magistrate has worked to return the realm to a state of stability. Meanwhile, the resistance under Zen's envisions a different future for all people. Warning unheard, the greatest threat to them both lies over the horizon. And then 3 dots. They don't really explain what it is. It is basically just adding more characters to the mix, which we already kind of knew. And I do want to apologize on one thing. This is mostly the reason why I'm doing the video today here, because obviously there was not really crazy amount of info being added to this second teaser, but I wanted to apologize on the information that I provided yesterday, which was wrong. It was a little theory of mine, but the theory has now shifted. The theory was that Kasumi very much likely was killed by Leon or in order of Leon, but apparently Kasumi is actually way older than that. Now, there is, however, a question, and I can show you this here. Paladins Wiki, and we go to Paladins Wiki, and we can go to Champions and then find Kasumi, and we can then go to her lore, or we don't even need to go to her lore, but basically it says here that she is 2 million years old. This is wrong. I've already spoke to developers which have confirmed that this is false. This is false information on the Paladins Wiki, which can happen. I mean, it's not impossible. But if we go and press here to know the source, and we go to the specific little source that they claim to be the proof of this, it says this: the sting of betrayal can last eons, breeding a sense of retribution into one's soul that can persist beyond death itself. This does not mean she is eons old. She is old, yes, or not old. She died young because she was merely a human. And yes, there's a connection to House Ico, which we'll get to that in a second. But this only means that the sting of betrayal can last eons. What they're saying is, you get betrayed, and now the revenge you're gonna feel, the need for revenge you're gonna feel, can last forever, right? You might not even get it. You might continue for eons alive, but this does not mean that this has happened eons years ago, okay? It's just so people can have this understanding of the situation. And I confirmed this with the developer and everything. I might end up also confirming it with Nico, since Nico was kind of responsible for the creation of Kasumi and also part of our lore. So I want to talk to him. Since he's no longer in Hyris, I don't know until what point he can actually provide information for me, but we'll see. But one thing is for sure, she is not that old, okay? And either way, it says eons, so they decided to put like 2 million as a minimum. Like, it says 2 million plus. And listen, I understand why they added this, but she's definitely not that old, okay? The lore basically states that she got betrayed by her family, by the house she was meant to protect, and also by the rest of the world. House of Ico, it's not even that old, okay? If we go through the entire lore of Paladins, I can guarantee you that yes, there are characters that are eons old, but we're talking about gods. Gods. Like, if Hyris or Paladins, Evil Mojo, whatever, wanted to make the story that long, I can guarantee you there would be so many loopholes to explain how certain characters are now available. You're telling me that a ghost like Kasumi has been around for millions of years, and only now she showed up and started killing people from House Ico? That doesn't make any sense. In fact, there was a tweet after this one, after Kasumi actually was released, that proved to us that she indeed has a little thing against House Ico. And because they're mentioning here that, you know, she was betrayed by the house meant to protect, that just confirms it 100% that it is House Ico. An unofficial updated lore. Years ago, Kasumi was originally a regular human, but after 3 unexplained betrayals. Okay, so they basically just did it like a... they just did basically a small version of it, but okay. But yeah, no, that's part of the thing that I wanted to apologize. However, there does seem to be definitely a fight between Zin and Leon. Now, this might still be not a connection, because it does say on the lore of Zin that he was robbed of his nobility. And, well, even though Leon might be the heir to the Ruby Throne, she is the head of the House Ico. His clothing suggests there's like some sort of other throne that other people are talking about, like the Jade Throne, because his little things you'll see in game, if you go and check the model, there'll be like green crystals all over with some fire symbols. However, Leon also has like a fire symbol throughout her belt there, that little line there, that whatever you want to call it, and then she has a phoenix on her clothing. It could mean as the rebirth of House Ico, and the one before would have been Zen, and he got framed for something, got pulled out, and then he decided to create his own group. That still makes a ton of sense, and it still makes a lot more sense as to why they're fighting, because up until now, Magistrate was doing her own thing, and somehow Zen was not against it. All of a sudden, Leon becomes the leader of the Magistrate, and for some reason, Zen now is against it. In fact, he's now even leading the resistance. I mean, you have to think about it. There has to be some sort of a connection here. It wouldn't make any sense unless Zen is just trying to make profit out of it, right? And I just don't know how to explain it. I guess the next few teasers are going to explain it to us exactly how it works. I would love to see your theories on the comments down below, just like I'd asked you guys on the last one, and I'm still reading through them, so please just make sure you just spit it all out in there on the comment section. I would appreciate it. And as for Kasumi, I still believe she was betrayed by somebody else, but just not Leon. Somebody before Leon, some of the ancestors of Leon. And she did die a long time ago. And she's probably been hanging around. And as a ghost, it might be a bit difficult to have the notion of where you are or what is going on, but having that sense of revenge. And as soon as she saw somebody from the Magistrate, which now is under the command of the House Ico, she very much likely just took her frustration on that guy, which is the trailer of Kasumi that we get to see. So yeah, that's pretty much it. This teaser, I'm sorry, it doesn't bring a lot more information, but it does have the confirmation that now Zen is the leader of the new resistance. So there you go. Fun little fact. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time, and until then, have a wonderful time. Bye bye.